Although both US-UK stars and K-pop idols are public figures, it seems that US-UK artists have more freedom in doing things than K-pop idols. These are 5 things that celebrities in the West can do freely, but K-pop idols are immediately condemned if they dare to do. Number 1. Smoking and vaping. We are probably not too unfamiliar with the photos of Katy Perry smoking a cigarette, even in front of her children. Sometimes we see Miley Cyrus casually smoking while performing on stage. We also know that Snoop Dogg or Justin Bieber are both genuine cigarette and vape addicts. While these stars are rarely criticized for that, it's not the same with K-pop idols. Smoking doesn't seem to be seriously bad behavior, but with Asian culture in general, and with the K-pop entertainment world in particular, this can greatly affect an idol's pure image. If a K-pop idol is caught smoking or vaping, they can lose their whole career. The most recent case to mention is BTS's V being spotted smoking behind the scenes of the Grammys. After the award ceremony ended, V became the focus of controversy when a photo of him and a staff member enjoying cigarettes right outside the theater was spread on social media. In the photo, V and the staff member were passionately emitting smoke without knowing that they had been photographed. This caused the online community to stir up, divided into many points of view. A lot of people criticized V, some defended him. Others stayed neutral and were worried about his throat. However, the number of people who disagree with V's actions is overwhelmingly high. They said that the image of V smoking really shocked them, because so far, V has always built the image of a sweet and warm-hearted boy. And the biggest reason why netizens were so discontent about this is that they believed idols smoking would set a bad example for fans, especially young ones. According to some, K-pop fans are mostly teenagers, and V should be aware of this as a public figure. This is not the first time a K-pop artist has caused controversy for smoking. Many other idols, like Suchin and Kim Garam, have been miserable because photos capturing them smoking were spread out. Taemin and Onu were also spotted smoking by paparazzi, and then received fierce criticism from netizens, who said they have a strong prejudice against K-pop idols who smoke. Number 2. Partying at clubs. In the West, going to a bar or club is a casual thing, and it is easy to catch some US-UK stars immersed in crazy dances at nightclubs. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez have many times gathered at night bars. Zayn Malik even had an argument and almost got into a fight at a bar. Justin Timberlake was seen bringing a strange girl to the bar, but they are still hot singers with million-view songs. In contrast, in the world of K-pop idols, partying in bars is strictly prohibited, because it would cause problems that seriously affect the idol's reputation. Blackpink once shared that all YG Entertainment rookies are banned from visiting bars. Park Jin-young also mentioned that all artists and staff of the company who are found to be at a bar will be fired immediately. It's not surprising that K-pop companies consider partying in bars seriously, because, in fact, there are many idols who have received severe criticism when they are spotted going to clubs. The most criticized are the 97-liners, including BTS's Jungkook, 17's Mingyu, Astro's Cha Eun-woo, and NCT's Jaehyun, who got into big trouble when they were seen having fun at a bar in Itaewon, and especially during the time of social distancing. Upon that incident, netizens expressed their deep disappointment, and even asked some shows to remove scenes related to the above idols, or revoke Jungkook's Cultural Merit Medal. They believe the fact that these idols went to bars where girls dressed half naked and dancers dressed in nothing was unacceptable because their actions were said to set a bad example for young fans. Before the case of the 97-liners, K-pop fans also witnessed big controversies related to clubs, like Kara Pak Yuri's visit to a gay bar, or the shocking scandal of Burning Sun. Therefore, in the eyes of the Korean public, partying in clubs in a positive way or not is still taboo. Number 3. Doing plastic surgery. In Korea, perhaps the story of plastic surgery is no longer something too strange. In fact, K-pop idols sometimes still use some measures to make themselves more beautiful and facial contours more harmonious. However, with the public's high expectations for the natural beauty of idols, they're often scrutinized for plastic surgery. And when it's discovered that they've had something done, they immediately become the subject of dissection. Both use plastic surgery to retain beauty, but while Britney Spears proudly said that she had her own plastic surgeon, Park Bom was criticized for being addicted to plastic surgery. Netizens believed that her face had suffered too many surgeries, so it lost balance and became crooked. Every time Park Bom appears, people seem to pay more attention to her visuals than her talent. Another case is Apink's Namju, who shocked fans when she appeared with a very different appearance at an event. Since then, netizens have constantly criticized her for abusing cutlery and becoming a failure of plastic surgery. They believe that, unlike her previous pretty visual, now her facial features became stiff, and her nose also looked ugly. Besides Namju, in the last 1 or 2 years, Chungha's appearance has often been a hot topic. Compared to the time of debut, netizens saw that her face has drastically changed, especially her lips, which seem to have been injected with too much filler, and her chin was made to be so sharp that it now looks like a half-moon shape. Chungha often received unnecessary advice from netizens telling her to stop sinking deep into plastic surgery before it was too late. Meanwhile, Paris Hilton's sexy lips injected with filler have never received such criticism. Even Jung Chaeyeon, who is praised a lot for her angelic visual, was criticized many times after admitting to having plastic surgery. Many fans expressed disappointment because they did not expect the fragile beauty they adored was the product of plastic surgery. Since then, whenever there's an article praising Chaeyeon's beauty, there are a bunch of nasty comments about her appearance popping up. Number 4. Dating. If Taylor Swift was a South Korean artist, she would be in deep trouble. This is the opening sentence of the article, Can K-pop stars have personal lives? Their labels aren't so sure, on CNN by author James Griffiths. Taylor Swift attracted great attention for a series of hit songs, and also for her short-lived romance with a dozen boyfriends. However, she doesn't seem to suffer too much criticism for that. However, Korean idols do not have this privilege. Unlike their colleagues on the other side of the world, K-pop idols are often banned by their management companies from revealing their personal life. No dating is a part of the contract terms between artists and companies, and the public also rarely wants idols to have romantic relationships. Once the love story of idols is revealed, their careers will be severely affected, and their relationships will also be shattered. A typical case is when Hyuna and Lee publicly dated. Netizens and even fans of the two fiercely criticized and laughed at their madness, leading to Cube's expulsion of the couple from the company. Or when Zico, Block B, and Seolhyun AOA announced their breakup after dating for 6 months, for the reason that they can't stand that much pressure from the public, people can imagine how severely netizens reacted to the fact that the two were dating. Number 5. Getting married. There is a paradox that if US-UK singers get married, they will be warmly congratulated. For example, Justin Bieber was not very loved for his series of serious scandals. But since he married Hailey Bieber, he has gained more sympathy and support from netizens. However, things are in total contrast with K-pop idols, who will receive a lot of harsh criticism if they do not handle their marriage and childbearing wisely. Typically, Seungmin was once a famous member of Super Junior, but in 2014, he severely broke fans' hearts when suddenly announcing his marriage. The male idol's actions at that time were said to be irresponsible when he decided to get married while the group's concert and promotion activities were taking place. The wave of boycott reached its peak with the hashtag #SeungminOut being all over Twitter, when fans discovered that he also gave fans his gifts to his girlfriend, skipped concerts in the middle, and was negligent in the promotion activities with Super Junior to prepare for the wedding. Later, Seungmin's career could not develop as before, due to the anger of K-pop fans. There's a sad truth that when idols want to get married, if they don't do a good job of psychological preparation for fans, as well as showing responsibility for the group's image, then they're thought to deserve condemnation and criticism. So why do you think K-pop idols get more criticism for doing these so-called taboo things than US-UK artists? Are they worthy of such fierce criticisms? Feel free to share your thoughts with us. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching.